The businesses that are coming to locate here, to grow and expand here, and it really speaks to people who see the future, work towards that future, and more importantly, work together for that future. So again, congratulations. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. As Senator Pittman said, we are very supportive of the efforts of the hospital and all of our community assets, and we'll continue to do that for the future. So thank you.
Testing. Okay, good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Steve Wolf. Thank you and your entire team. Joe Pittman, everything that you've done to make this happen today. It's been about 1.5 years in the making. We've had teams collaborate to get this deal done. As Joe said earlier, this is going to be a win-win-win-win for everybody. Did I turn it off? Testing. There we go. Okay. So anyway, I just would like to thank all those people for their inspiration and their leadership in this whole partnership agreement. Without that vision and collaboration, we wouldn't be here today. And without the deal, Mack Park would not be secured for future generations. Since 1934, the J.S. Mack Foundation has historically operated as a grant-making and philanthropic organization. However, rising costs to run the park, frankly, meant that the J.S. Mack Foundation could not invest in other community causes. The innovative partnership means that the J.S. Mack Foundation will in fact return to its original mission as a community investor with a new infusion of funding made available thanks to this new arrangement. It also means that Mack Park will be better than ever, with updates throughout, with capital campaign and other monies, including renovations to the playground, the pool, the skate park area, the pavilion, and other park amenities. And of course, the beloved Indiana County Fair is guaranteed a permanent residence in the Mack Park Fairgrounds. Thanks to this partnership, Mack Park, our community treasure, will remain open and accessible for future generations. This would not be possible without the work also of the YMCA and Eric Neal and his team, his board of directors, CJ, Kathleen, Megan, and others. So I'd like right now to introduce Eric Neal, CEO of the YMCA, to offer a few remarks. Thank you.
Thanks. Isn't it amazing how a piece of equipment can change the dynamic of what you're doing, right? It's not even a comment. Sorry. So I'm not even going to try. As you've heard, there's so many people to be thankful for today's announcement, and it's been truly humbling for me over the last 1.5 years to get to work with so many great people to make this possible. I want to thank Steve and their commitment to the future here of Mack Park and just the great things we'll be able to do in our community. And Jonathan, and working closely with him over the last couple of years on the campaign that CJ and Kathleen mentioned. You know, we're going to be able to do so many updates at the YMCA to improve those facilities for the community, for the health and wellness of everybody in our community and around. And I'm thankful for the opportunity to expand what the YMCA is doing here at Mack Park in terms of working with IRMC to continue to provide programs and services. I'm thankful to Senator Pittman and Representative Struzzi. Their involvement throughout this from the beginning has been just an amazing amount of support to enable all of this. So thank both of you. And I want to thank CJ and Kathleen and their amazing commitment to our campaign when we started this a couple of years ago. We wouldn't be where we were if it wasn't from them. Their leadership and their commitment has been nonstop. And I want to thank you both for that. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to have the opportunity as the CEO of the YMCA to continue to serve our community. We have a terrific board of directors there that depend on me, and I'm so thankful that they have faith and confidence in me to continue to do that and do it well. So thank you for that, and I'm anxious for what is to come, and I would love to introduce Kathleen and CJ back to close us off.
Thank you, Eric. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone who helped us get to this point in the Transform Community Wellness Together campaign, especially IRMC, the YMCA of Indiana County, and the J.S. Mack Foundation. Senator Joe Pittman, and especially all of our donors. Without you, this could not have been possible. You allowed us to significantly advance our vision. We are so grateful to you, and we will celebrate with all of you soon.
So
Turn it on.
I have a cold. Hello? Okay. I have a cold, so it's a little hard. So as we move into the campaign's final stages, we'd like to let the greater community know that while we are so close to our goal, we hope you can help us join prioritizing health and wellness for Indiana County by making a gift to our campaign and help us close that $1.2 million gap. So I ask all you guys to reach down deep in your pockets, because this is a very unique place that we have in Indiana County. You guys have heard me say it before, other functions I've been at. We live in a very special place. My family's been very blessed to be here for over 80 years in business. And we couldn't have been here without you guys. So we need just a little bit more help to get over that last hump. And I know we can count on the people here in Indiana County to do that. So in the meantime, we want to celebrate this historical announcement today. So thank you again.
You go first, Joe.
You guys were standing way too
Right, I was a little nervous there.
We were lined up right there.
Oh, that was phase one. That was 2010. That was 2010. 8 of us.
And there you have the announcement from Indiana Regional Medical Center that they will be acquiring Mack Park, and we'll have more information on that to come this afternoon and tomorrow morning with Indiana in the Morning. We now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
And IRMC's future in it. Maybe you can give us a little bit more from the financial point of view, what this means for Mack Park.
Well, I think the park will be secured for the community, which is really good news. We really do thank Senator Pittman and Representative Struzzi for providing grant money to help that transition go forward. And, you know, with the money that's being raised through the capital campaign for the YMCA, you're going to see some infusion into various parts of the park to improve them. And we're excited about the future. I think, you know, we believe that we can really create a neat outdoor wellness mall here. And we think a potential building site or two will help in future expansion for the hospital that won't disrupt current operations like the fair or the pool. So we're excited about all that.
All right, so this sounds amazing. How long do you think it's going to take until this vision is reached?
Yeah, that's a good question, Josh. I don't know exactly when the YMCA will start some of their improvement projects, but I think that'd be the most visible thing that people would see first as they make some improvements. I believe there's $1 million that'll be invested into improvements through the YMCA campaign. So those will be coming along soon, I'm sure. And then the outdoor wellness mall will be something that, you know, we've been working on and we'll be announcing as we get closer to making that live.
So what exactly is the plan for an outdoor wellness mall? I'm assuming that this may be like walking trails, activities for kids, things like that?
Yeah, I think we're still kind of drawing it up, but we have the mile loop around the hospital now that gets a lot of people from the community in, and certainly that would be part of expanding it, but other activities to try to focus on wellness, yeah.
Steve, thank you very much.
Sure thing, Josh.
All right. Appreciate you coming over. Let's see if we can talk with some other people. Let's see if we can get Mr. Mack over here. Jonathan Mack, obviously with JS Mack Foundation. We're going to see if we can get a hold of him. All right, Jonathan, thank you very much for joining us on Facebook Live and our coverage on YouTube. Talk about the importance of this, because you mentioned the mission of the JS Mack Foundation was always to help out the community, and with this, it sounded like it was a little bit of a financial burden, almost.
Well, yeah, what happened over the years was it just became too expensive to maintain Mack Park, and so we had to declare a moratorium on the giving of the J.S. Mack Foundation. But since 1934, the J.S. Mack Foundation has been one of the biggest givers in the community. And so we just thought this only made sense to do this. So we've been talking for a year and a half with IRMC and the YMCA to put this deal together. And it really makes sense for everybody, Josh. You know, I'm very pleased about it because it makes sense for the fair. They've got a permanent home here, that's guaranteed. It makes sense for IRMC because they can expand their footprint a little bit and guard their territory, if you will. It really makes sense for the J.S. Mack Foundation because now the monies from the purchase of Mack Park can be used for investing further in the community. And then it makes sense really for the community itself because as a part of the deal, Mack Park will always be Mack Park. And it's always going to be maintained as a public space, a recreational space. The Indiana County Fair will have its home here for as long as they are in existence. And any development here, there's a moratorium for 10 years for any development with the exception of one piece. And there's an understanding, the covenants are that any development is going to be for healthcare related purposes only. But at all times, 25% of the lands here will be maintained for public park, public recreation purposes.
So for the time being, what we see now is going to remain in place. It's still going to be this beautiful green space, this home for the Indiana County Fair, a great place for kids and adults to come swimming. It's still going to be a valued recreational area, and in the future, that's going to be maintained.
That's correct. Nothing is going to change. The YMCA is going to continue to operate the pool. They may do some programming, operational work at Mack Park, but nothing's going to change for the general public.
Do you think going back to the day when Mr. Mack owned this property originally, Mr. J.S. Mack, of course, back in, oh gosh, when this park was dedicated, I think the 1950s.
1934.
1934? Okay, I apologize on that. But it's kind of amazing how it has served the community. I think it sounds like he would be pretty happy that it's going to continue to serve the community.
He would be very pleased because, in fact, in his charter trust agreement, one of the things he was most interested in was health care. As a matter of fact, J.S. Mack himself helped build, along with the Island family that built the R&P Coal Company, they built the first wing of Indiana Hospital, a maternity wing, way back when. And so he was very interested in health care related issues. And so to transfer it to IRMC, I'm certain would make him extremely happy and pleased.
All right. Anything else you want to make mention?
Nope, I think that's it.
Hey, thank you very much for joining us live.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here. A major acquisition by Indiana Regional Medical Center of the Mack Park facility. However, from what we have just heard, a lot of this is going to remain a facility for the public to use. It's going to be geared towards health in a lot of different ways. So we're going to have more on this coming up in our reports on our newscasts later today on WDAD and also throughout our websites as well. So be sure to check out that as well. Josh Woodison for your hometown radio station. Our coverage on Facebook brought to you by S&T Bank. And we thank you for joining us as well on Renda Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.